Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, today I have an advice which I would like to share with you all. This advice, this warning, is first and foremost for myself and then for you all. Did you know, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, that you are being watched? Did you know that you are being followed? Did you know that there is someone out there trying to harm you? You may be thinking, is this guy for real? And my answer is, yes I am. And I'm not talking about any government agencies. I am talking about the number one enemy to Islam, the shaytan and his armies. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, you must know that this enemy is out there to get you. They are trying their best to steal your souls. Shaytan and his army, may Allah curse them and give them what they deserve, want you to be destroyed, not only in this life but in the hereafter as well. These devils sit in your brain, whispering to you, telling you to do evil, making you think that the acts that are haram, that are forbidden in Islam, are allowed to do. They whisper into the heads of our brothers, telling them to worship this life and all that is in it, deceiving men by wealth and women. They make men think that these two elements of life will give them salvation. We need to stand firm, my dear brothers in Islam. You are the men of this Ummah. You are the strength of this Ummah. So do not let down the people that depend on you. Do not let this world enter your hearts. Be men of understanding, men who fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, men who only obey the commands of Allah ta'ala. These devils whisper into the heads of our sisters and tell them to beautify themselves so that they may feel more confident. They are the ones who convince them to take off the hijabs and walk in public, making them think that they are liberated, when all they have done is made them disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and give men that chance to look and glance at their beauty, which is meant only for their husbands. They whisper into their heads, making them want to be like those supermodels. So they pack on the makeup and pour on the perfume. My dear sisters in Islam, did you not hear the words of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? Abu Musa Al Ashari radiallahu anhu narrated that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, any woman who puts on perfume then passes by people so that they can smell her is an adulteress. Allahu Akbar. Then what is going to happen to the Muslimahs that do this plus wear flirtatious clothing so that her whole body can be seen? O Muslims, these devils whisper into the hearts of mankind, beautifying this world, trying their best to make us want more of it. They want us to feel attached to it. They want us to love it so that we can reject Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His religion. They want us to go to hell and burn there forever. But we should be wiser. We should be wiser than that, O brothers and sisters in Islam, as Allah ta'ala has given us the intellect to know right from wrong. Let us be people of wisdom and not the fools who follow their desires. To fight these devils, we must get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We must love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His religion for us to succeed in this life and the next. We must remember that this world is just a test, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam. When our imaan is high, when our faith is on a peak, we can overcome these whispers. Some of the ways to boost our imaan, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, is by reading the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Quran. This is our book. It is our guide. We need to keep it in our hearts and not on our shelves. We need to read the seerah, or the history of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, as this will show us how he lived, what he went through and what he searched for in this life. And finally, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, we must beware of who we associate with. As the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Al-mar'u ala dini khalili, the man is on the religion or way of his friend. So be careful, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, who you make friends with. Be careful who you sit with. Be careful who you hang around with. Remember, this world is nothing. There is no true happiness in this life. The only true happiness will be in the hereafter in Jannah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.